Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Crossing possibilities. And that pass could be troublesome.
This guy's injured.
Boom, right down to you.
And we will have just
Oh yeah,
one additional
body him.
of holding the ball up.
What a snag.
Oh,
Wow.
the 89 shot power.
Options in the centre. Over it comes. Opportunity to take the lead. 1 minute of time added on for stoppages here. Oh, great block.
Chested it. Sat down. Why is that so freaking good? Oh my gosh, that was quick with it. Nice.
Wow.
This might have potential.
The speed. The speed of the woman.
Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Oh my word!
Don't take that goalie out on me, son. Oh boy.
Shocking.
Unforgettable is what the commentator says. Oh man, and the quit.
Yikes.
What's up guys, this is Lesky and I'm back with another pro player build for FIFA 22 Pro Clubs. Today I have you guys a striker build that a few of you guys requested in my comments. Y'all wanted to see an Adriano striker build, the Brazilian who most notably played for Inter Milan. If you've never heard of Adriano or have seen him play, after this video you should go and check some highlights or some comps of him on YouTube and see how good he really was. Unfortunately, his career was kind of cut short due to some family circumstances he had, which kind of led into mental health issues, which caused him to not be able to continue his career the way he wanted to, which is very unfortunate and kind of sad to be honest. But he is most known for his pace for a bigger striker. He's around 6'2". He was very strong, pacey, skillful on the ball. And he was known for that powerful left foot. He hit some rockets, some bangers with that left foot, and he had a lot of power on his shots. So I wanted to make sure to get all those aspects of his game into this build, having strength, shot power, pace, and pretty good dribbling for a bigger striker build while keeping that same body type that he had. So now let's look at the height and weight for this Adriano build. On most of the sites I looked at, he's listed around 6'2", 6'2.5". So I decided to go for 6'2" for the height, and then for the weight, he is around like 190 pounds. When he was in his prime back at Inter Milan, he was around the 190 pound mark. So I just went for 198, which is the highest you can go for this weight section. If you go over 198, the stats will change. So make sure you are within 198 and 176, I believe it is, for this Adriano build. And anywhere in between like 191 and 198 would be pretty accurate for this build. And then he was left-footed, pretty dominant left-footed. He didn't really use his right foot very much, which you'll see. We have a 3-star weak foot on this build on the shooting page, just to kind of switch it up from all my other builds. Mostly all my other striker builds have 4-star weak foot, and he never really had a good weak foot from all the sites I looked at. He mostly had a 2-star weak foot like every year in FIFA, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you're listed as lefty for this Adriano build. Now let's take a look at the perks. So when creating this Adriano build, I looked at FIFAindex.com and checked what his rating was back in FIFA 05 and FIFA 06 is what I looked at mostly. And in FIFA 05, he had 97 strength. And I believe on the skill tree, we have 85 strength. So we definitely need the physical strength perk to boost the strength even more and probably get it in the 90s closer to what he had. Like I said, he was known for being very strong, so the physical strength is a must for this build. It'll increase the strength, ball control, and jumping when jostling, shielding, or heading the ball. The second perk, I went for one-time shot. He was also known for being a good header of the ball. I'm looking at his FIFA 06 card, not his FIFA 06 card, but his rating in FIFA 06. He had 90 heading, it says. So the one-time shot will give us the power header trait and increase your finishing ability during one-time shots and headers. So that's very nice. It'll increase the heading. maybe closer to what he has, because we didn't go for any heading accuracy increases on the skill tree. And then it'll also grant the finesse shot, flare, outside foot shot, and then increase your weak foot ability, which is nice because, as I mentioned, we have a 3-star weak foot on this build. So when you have like one-time shots with your weak foot, like a volley, which happened a lot while I was using this build, I had a lot of right-footed one-time shots. It increases your weak foot to a 4-star weak foot, and it makes it a lot more reliable to finish those chances. So the one-time shot is pretty necessary, honestly, because it gives you that power header trait mostly, and that weak foot increase is very good for one-time shots. Then the third perk, which I think is very important for a bigger striker build like this. If y'all have seen a lot of my striker builds, especially bigger ones similar to this, y'all will know that I'm a big fan of all 3 of these perks. They work in very good combination for a build similar to this one. And active first touch will increase the pace even more. I believe the paciest he was in FIFA 06. He had 90 acceleration and 90 pace. We're not as fast as that, but we're kind of close. And then in 05, he had 86 acceleration and 90 pace. So he got a +4 upgrade of 90 acceleration and then kept that 90 pace. And then every year after that, I think his pace got lower. But 90 pace is actually very good for a 6'2 striker that's around 190 pounds. He was very pacey, and the active first touch will just help us increase acceleration and sprint speed, like when running up to a through ball in behind, or when we get a ball played to our feet and we're trying to turn or dribble. Once we get the ball played to our feet, turn a defender, do a skill move, something like that. The acceleration and sprint speed will increase, as well as the ball control. And then it will grant us a flare trait, so we can do like fancy one-time passes and flick-ons, which is very nice as a target man build, kind of like this one. But mostly it's because of that increase of acceleration and sprint speed. And it's really not that hard to get in behind and get in one-on-one situations with this build. Even though you're a bigger build, have a good amount of weight, and we're not like crazy pacey, the active first touch is very nice for increasing the pace even more than what we have. So these are the 3 perks. The other one that I would possibly suggest is going for distance shooter, because he was known for having crazy shot power, which we do have a lot of shot power on the shooting page, and he did hit a lot of long shots. So if y'all want the distance shooter, y'all could sub out maybe one-time shot or active first touch. You're going to have to choose which one you'd want. I'm not too sure, but I do think these 3 perks are the best for this Adriano build. Let's now take a look at the skill tree. Starting with the physical page, what I was going for was to upgrade the strength as much as possible. So all you're going to do is go all the way down to the bull archetype, and for 16 skill points total with all of this stuff, you get +3 stamina, +13 strength, and +5 aggression. Then on the top right, we got these 2 things. For a total of 4 skill points, you get +2 stamina and +4 reactions to get us to 75 stamina and 85 reactions. The only thing I wish we could get more is the reactions. If we could get this one for only 3 skill points, you get +5 reactions to get it up to 90, but 85 isn't too bad. We would have to take something else off, like maybe more shot power, but he's known for his shot power, or possibly, like I have 5-star skills on this build. If you don't want 5-star skills, you could possibly use some of those skill points to get the reactions. But I think it would be better, because we have one thing off on the pace page, to maybe put it on pace, which we'll get to towards the end of the video. So onto the dribbling page, where, like I said, I went for 5-star skills, and then pretty much all we did is go for that Lynx archetype to get us some agility upgrades, and then some balance. So it gets us to 85 agility and 78 balance, and then I got this skill move right here, and 85 agility really isn't too bad for a 6'2", 198-pound striker. And then the 78 balance isn't bad as well. It would have been nice to get this +3 balance, but we really just had to spread the skill points around. But again, like if you just want 4-star skills, you could possibly get this balance, maybe add it on pace or get that reactions like I said. And then on the left side, you're going to get this balance right here. For 1 skill point, you get +2 balance, this dribbling, and then the skill moves. And that's going to be it for the dribbling page. As a big striker, you would think it would feel kind of clunky, which, yeah, it's not going to feel as smooth as like a smaller striker with crazy agility, but it really did not feel bad, especially if you like using skills, especially those 5-star skills. They're crazy OP. Those elasticos, those scoop turns, and a bunch of the other stuff. Those are more the meta skill moves. The Burba spins, the McGeady spins, all that kind of stuff. A lot of the skills are very good. If you don't use skills very much, I highly suggest trying to learn some because it will improve your game a lot. That's kind of, in my opinion, what separates like the best players, like the pro players in like FIFA from like very good players is skill moves. Learning the skills, learning when to do them in certain situations. And it really just takes repetition and practice and taking the time and studying those skills and learning them. That's really all it takes. Just a lot of dedication to actually learning skill moves. But that's the dribbling page. We could have got some extra bulk troll upgrades, but just don't have the skill points for it. And remember, if you're rocking that active first touch that I have on, it'll increase our bulk troll as well as the physical strength. It says it increases the bulk troll too. So keep that in mind. The bulk troll is actually better than it says. And then 89 dribbling isn't too bad either. So on to the passing page. And we have nothing here, which is what I do mostly for all my striker builds. But it's fine because all of his passing stats are very low, if not lower than what we have here. So we just have the base stats for a 6'2", 198-pound striker, 75 vision, 73 crossing, 57 long pass, 76 short pass, and 77 curve, which is fine because you're not going to be the one doing like crazy playmaking. You're going to leave that up to your midfielders, your cams, your wingers. They're going to be feeding you through balls, playing balls to your feet, crossing the ball into you because you're a beast in the air with that one-time shot, and you have good shooting ability. So now to the shooting page, and pretty much the only thing that I was trying to focus on this page was getting that shot power because he had a lot of power on his shots back in the day. So we got 89 shot power, and that's actually the most you can get for a striker of this height and weight. So what you're gonna do on this left side, you're gonna get, for 3 skill points, you get +5 free kick accuracy and +3 shot power right here. And you move over to the right a little bit. And then for 3 skill points again, you get +2 penalties and +3 shot power. And then I'm going to clear this right side. What you're going to do is just get this 1 finishing right here. For 1 skill point, you get +2 finishing. And then you're going to get these long shots and shot power. Remember, we didn't go for the 4-star weak foot because he had a 2-star weak foot in all the FIFAs that I looked up. He didn't even have like a 3-star, which the lowest you can get is a 3-star in pro clubs. So that's not too bad. And then you're going to go down to the finisher archetype to get more shot power. And that'll get us to 91 finishing, 89 shot power, 93 long shots, and 84 volleys, and as well as 82 heading accuracy. But remember, the one-time shot will actually increase our heading and give us that power header trait, which is very nice. So you are good when it comes to headers. The only things that I wish we could kind of get more of, or at least this one, for 2 skill points, you get +3 finishing and +3 volleys. So for the people that don't want the 5-star skills, you would definitely want to put this on to get 94 finishing and 87 volleys for only 2 skill points. And then you have 3 skill points to put either on like that balance or that reactions, or once we come to the pace page, which we're going to do now, you could put it on the sprint speed to get a total of 89 acceleration and 89 sprint speed. And after I wrap up this pace page, I'll actually take off the 5-star skills and show you guys what you can do so I can give you guys a visual, not just tell you guys. So what I did for, if you want 5-star skills, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of pace. And then like I said, on that shooting page, you're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of shooting in order to get those 5-star skills. So what I did is just went all the way down to the cheetah, got this acceleration at the bottom left, and then we got this sprint speed, and then this other sprint speed, and then just left off the +2 sprint speed for 3 skill points. Honestly, if you want, you could take off this acceleration, but it gives you +3 acceleration for 3 skill points, and then add it to the sprint speed, because on the majority of his cards, other than that one that he has 90 acceleration and 90 sprint speed, he has more sprint speed than acceleration, so this would be more accurate. But I just think it's better value. Well, it definitely is better value to get +3 acceleration over +2 sprint speed for the same skill points. And I just think acceleration is way more important. So that's why I went for the 89 acceleration rather than the 89 sprint speed. But keep in mind, we do have the active first touch perk on, so it'll increase our sprint speed and acceleration when running onto a through ball or receiving a pass. So keep that in mind. That's very helpful for a bigger striker build like this one. So for the people that want only 4-star skills and not 5-star skills, what you could do, you could take off either of these skill moves. It doesn't really matter. And then if you only want 3-star skill moves, you have 10 skill points to put. So if you just want the 4, what you do is just take one of these off. And then, like I said, the first thing I would do is go for this finishing and volleys. It's not necessary, but it is very good value. +3 finishing and +3 volleys for 2 skill points. Like, you might as well. Gets you to 94 finishing and 87 volleys. Just makes the shooting attributes even better. And then you have 3 skill points. Like, if you want that extra pace, you can use that. And that's probably what I would do. It's probably the best thing, your best option. Or say you don't really want that extra sprint speed. You don't really need it. What you could do is come back to the reactions. Get that 90 reactions if you prefer that. The +5 reactions for 3 skill points. Or the other option would be to get the balance. Get the 81 balance instead of the 78. Or possibly +2 agility to get 87 agility instead of 85 agility. And then it'll also give you +5 attack positioning. So maybe if you're playing any with this build, then this would be the way to go, because having good attack positioning as an any is very helpful for your build, and to get 89 attack positioning is pretty good. So maybe that's what you could do if you are playing any, or if you just prefer that extra agility. Those are kind of your options, but again, I think the best thing would probably be to get that extra sprint speed, but it's really not necessary. I didn't have any problems with the pace with this build. So that's your options. And I'm gonna put it back to what I have with the 5-star. And that's gonna wrap it up for this Adriano striker build. Please hit that like button on this video for me. Let me know in the comments how you like this build. And if you could hit that subscribe button on my channel if you aren't already subscribed. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.